Hi, everybody. My name is Goldilocks. Ha! But I'm also known as Sarah, and this channel is called Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, Carnivish. We discuss all our different ways of eating, treating, cheating, meeting, and all the good things that happen with food. I do this channel basically for older people who have those stubborn metabolisms. We have tried and tested and blown out whatever it was that kept us going as young people, where we would burn as much as we could. We just had metabolisms that just were efficient, fast. We didn't pay for our errors. Here, we pay for having baby butter lettuce. you know? I mean, so many of us have tried to add a little variety to our plate and our palate and our gut and found, not gonna work. I'm familiar with that. Well, I just rescued a bra from the high heat. It it was washed and hot, but I had to rescue it. And so the delicate rescue mission continues. It's a full-time job, I'm telling you. So anyway, here we are. It is July. What are you doing different this month? What is different for you that wasn't going on in June? I just made, oh, I can't wait. I just made this no pasta lasagna. And I weighed and measured and put the recipe in my chronometer, and I am so excited. So it's basically Rao's marinara sauce. It is an egg whipped into ricotta cheese without carrageenan, thank you very much. Seems to be in a lot of those ricottas. 47 grams of hot Italian sausage from Whole Foods, 5 ounces of the 80/20 from the Brazilian butchery scrambled burger. And what else did it have in it? The mozzarella. And so the whole thing comes out to about 657 calories. There was something like, well, I added 3 asparagus on the side, so I think I have 8 total carbs for the day. So you will see a clip of it in my OMAD. But I'm so excited to have it. I love gloppy things. And this is something that would work for me. I'd make a couple and freeze them had I known it was going to work out so much. And and put it in the freezer for definitely for Christmas, when everybody's having the lasagna with noodles in it at my Christmas Eve thing with my kids. So I'm doing well. I'm 5 days. I had my surgery 5 days ago. It's actually pretty miraculous what happens, because I was knocked out. I mean, it was like surgery, and I had more nausea the next couple of days after the surgery from all the anesthesia and chemicals and all that. But I'm feeling pretty great. My groin, which must have taken that beating, the pelvic area, is the only thing that I have now that says, oh, you had something happen to you. So I'm very delighted. And so far today, I have not had any Tylenol or Advil or Tramadol, any of the relievers. So I'm very excited. I'm sleeping well. I don't have any weirds happen to my legs. It's stiff in the morning, but I guess that's to be expected. But the stiffness is in my legs, groin area, not my back. So I'm very, very delighted. They couldn't believe it at the butchery when I walked in to get ground burger yesterday. I said, "You really had it?" I said, "Yeah, I really had it." So anyway, I'm delighted. And I'm very delighted about my lasagna with no pasta. It's just going to be a fun thing with a little asparagus on the side. And it took a while to make it and measure it and be all careful and all that kind of stuff. But hey, it worked, and I'm glad I've got that little recipe. I can go back in and do it. And like I said, it's everything but the pasta. And so things like that keep me kind of motivated. And it's nice to step out of the strict carnivore world that I was in with no color, no treats, heavy meals. Could be that it's July and it's like 80 something degrees out. Or maybe it's just my body did 8 to 10 months of eliminating the no-nos. And like a lot of you have found, with yourself as well as what I did, the first thing I introduced was baby butter lettuce, figuring nice and simple. And suddenly it turned on me. And I know of my few turtles here on my program, it happened for them too. They couldn't, they really enjoyed it. One put Spanish olive oil on her baby butter. Another one put the macadamia nut oil on hers, like I did on mine. But it was just simply a no-go. So when you see my square plate with obviously the cold foods on it, except for maybe the centerpiece, which is the steak, but surrounding it is the cottage cheese and the hard-boiled egg and the packages of little cheeses and the asparagus um, and the 4 little raspberries. What was I going to say? Did I lose my train of thought? I think I did. But that little square plate just kind of works for me. Oh yeah, what's the color? And my eyes like the visual. My eyes like looking at it. My palate likes tasting things other than mostly beef, sometimes pork. Now I'm still having a meat heavy, protein heavy diet, keto diet, but I've just added in those very simple things. And I found, oh yeah, so I found the it was sitting on baby butter lettuce when I first did it. And it was like, oh, so great. I loved it. And then I tried it day number 2 and it was like, oh, no, not working. Immediate gut issues. So I don't know why baby butter lettuce ends up being on the nope list, but asparagus and green beans, avocado, raspberries, strawberry, and the rare and appropriate sweet potato work. So I'm happy. And it's simple. And I did try spaghetti squash too. So that's what I have on a, it was funny because somebody put in their comments to me and I asked her permission if I could use it. It was her keto variety choice of the meal, right? So for her, it was the baby butter lettuce, where she found 3 days in a row it wasn't going to work. Now, for me, the keto variety would be the sweet potato or the spaghetti squash or the asparagus with the raspberries, something like that. Very, very small amount and a treat. So I might have that variety keto item 1 to 3 times a week. Don't know, but I am having it today. It is a Saturday, and we were having fish in the little cassolette, but I strongly suggested he gave away most of the fish because, it's good, but like I'm not a steady diet of fish. But what he caught, the flounder and the sea bass that he caught, and we added the scallops, was delicious, but I could get tired of it quickly every week. So to have something like this lasagna with no pasta in between a fish dinner on a Saturday works for me. I still adore the hot dogs and the burger nights, and we'll see how those go. I think I will up the ounces of the burger and lessen the dogs down to 1 per time. I put them in the freezer, so it's easy and handy. So that's where I'm at with my food. It satisfies me. I don't have the cravings and triggers for other things. As I said, it's summer. And I think in the summer, we are always subject to maybe, having something at a cookout, at a party, at a get-together, at a reunion, a wedding, a something. that is not necessarily on our keto food plan as well as on our, carnivore food plan, and just having that item. I guess I've become a big proponent of not fantasizing, grandizing, making it into it's a big thing. Just having it, make sure it's a tracked and planned, rare and appropriate thing, and then moving on. It's like, okay, so I had that item and it's done. And, it satisfied me. And it's a part of summer that I just didn't want to deprive myself of anymore. Big deal, right? Well, unless you had stomach problems or something else. But for some of us, just that longing. So it's nice to just include it. And, or at least I'm finding that. So my keto variety item, this spaghetti squash, sweet potato, asparagus, raspberries, strawberry, green beans. So there could be more added to it. At this moment, I can't really think of what I would add to the list, although maybe a couple of baby carrots with a pot roast. We eat in an air-conditioned home, so it's not, even though that sounds like a winter treat, I think it would be pretty. And maybe even asparagus, too. Something like that. So, yes, the baby carrots are higher in sugar and carbs than, a green bean or an asparagus stalk. But it's just, it's what my body is saying. And being almost 70, I like making that treat. And I hear what some of you people have. I know some of you like summer squash or zucchini. That also would make a nice little lasagna with no pasta. Just throwing that out there, and not cost you a lot of carbs. And so, anyway, it's just something that I'm throwing out there that I like to do, that satisfies me. I'm a black coffee drinker now. I can't believe, all those buttery and heavy whipping cream coffees that I used to have and think that I needed. Even having the 3 great big things of coffee every day, I'm now just down to maybe on the Keurig, the smallest button, having that twice a day, and with nothing in it, and it feels delightful. So I'm just going to carry on with my keto carnivore carnivish lifestyle, and enjoy the abundance and the bounty that summer has to offer. And if it makes it through my gut, okay, then it could be on the possible list. I don't overindulge on the veg, and yes, I'm aware of oxalates, and yes, I'm aware of the, anti-nutrients, but I like it, and it does something for my head and something for my palate, and I just love looking at it on a plate after so many months of just the brown meat. So that's it from me here on Cape Cod. The injury update, the surgery update, the food update. That's it. We're just doing it and having a grand time. It's sunny. I'm going to get a little driveway tan today, and we'll see what happens. I hope that this was long enough for your cuppa, or your rebounder, or your little walk around the block, or whatever it is that you have me do with you. And I will see you here the next time on Pearls of Wisdom and Food, where we talk about accountability and we try to be transparent about our foods, what works, what doesn't, and where we are. I'll see you the next time. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom. Bye-bye for now.